Check, check. Check. 1, 2, 3. Oh, say.
Derby fans, we're just about to get underway here with pre-game festivities. We'd like to take a second to welcome a special person in the audience who's having a birthday today. Happy birthday to Jessica from your 5 friends who are here with you this afternoon. Happy birthday, Jessica. All right, Phoenix, are you ready? Exactly one person appears to be ready, so let me give that one more shot. All right, Phoenix, are you ready? Welcome to the Hall of Dames. The Arizona Derby Dames are the only league offering you fast-paced bank track roller derby here in Arizona. I'm your announcer, Old Greg.
And I'm Kills Bill. Tonight we have a doubleheader. Game 1 is going to be the always gorgeous Bombshells versus our post-apocalyptic Doomsday Valkyries. Tonight's Game 2 will be the fiercely glittered Brutal Beauties and those playground bullies, the Schoolyard Scrappers. Both games are going to be really exciting. Some first ground rules, though. Please, no whistling as it interrupts the game. Please keep in mind that while in line for the bathroom, our skaters have the priority. And for the safety of our skaters and yourself, please keep your body parts outside of the track and outside of that yellow line on the ground outside of the track. With that being said, let's get this party started. Looks like our regulators are going to be checking our teams for safety. They're lining up. And while they're doing that, let's get the introductions.
We'd like to introduce to you your regulator team for this evening. First of all, at head referee for the first game, Tabitha Christie. Front pack referee, Infidel Castro. Back pack referee, Lollipop. Jam ref, Meryl Streak. Jam ref, Hoover Slam. Penalty tracker, Scully Glossbones. Penalty tracker assist, Whomping Willow. Penalty box, Daddy Mike and Lucifer. On scoreboard, Bender Rodriguez. And your eyes in the sky this evening, Reverend Knuckleface and Racy Tracy. Show some love to the regulators. It could be the only love they get all night long. All right, Derby fans, here as part of the pregame festivities this evening, we'd like to direct your attention down to the infield for a special presentation.
Hi, my name's Devachka DeLarge, and I skate for the Coffin Draggers. I'm honored today to speak about a beautiful human who once saved my life. Many people in the Derby community knew Dr. Joanne Moskop as Joanne Thrax. Joanne started her career with the Arizona Roller Derby. When the league split in 2004, she helped found the Arizona Renegade Roller Girls. She also helped create Renegade Roller Girl chapters in Orange County, California, Southern California, and Bend, Oregon. Her Derby career, in her Derby career, she skated for the aforementioned leagues, as well as for Rose City in Portland, Oregon, and TXRD in Austin, Texas as a Puta del Fuego. In 2008, Joanne was the coordinator with assistance from the Arizona Derby Dames in organizing a charity art auction to raise awareness and successfully raise funds for the Keep Abreast Foundation. Although roller derby held a special place in her heart, her true calling was helping and healing others. She became a doctor of chiropractic with a specialization in pediatric chiropractic care and successfully started her own practice called Heartstrings Family Chiropractic. Several of our skaters, league mates, and their families have become her patients. In the days preceding Thanksgiving, Joanne underwent brain surgery to have a tumor removed. She had been making a remarkable recovery and had already started making plans to help others through her experience. She was medically advised to do precautionary chemo and radiation. Due to treatment complications, she passed away Friday, January 11th. Her passing has been deeply felt in the Derby community. She continually changed so many lives and her world for the better. She inspired and continues to inspire so many. She was a mother, a daughter, a sister, a traveler, a healer, and a friend. Although our hearts are heavy that she's gone, her light, her lessons, and her inspiration will live on in love for years to come. Please join me in a moment of silence for Joanne Thrax, number 72. Thank you.
All right, Derby fans. Let me ask you a question. Are you ready for some roller derby?
All right, taking the track now are your Bombshells. All right, Derby fans, skating tonight for the Bombshells, number Sith. She's Anakin Shit-Talker. 750 bodily harm. 1024 Brawler Bunny. 44 Magnum Dirty Carry. Number 60 Gwen Coco. 22 She's Impaler Swift. 42, Irish Car Bomb. LV 427, Lieutenant Ripley. Your 1931 is Mickey Mental. 777, Rough Rider. 2-22, she's a Scarlet Knockout. 626, Remy Ruckus. And at 55, your captain, Skid Vicious. Helping the team on the bench tonight are their bench coach, Deadly Limbs, penalty manager, Mimi Mahler. Not skating tonight, 817, bitch, please. And 24K, your co-captain, Gold Digger.
Now taking the track, it's the Doomsday Valkyries. Skating for the Valkyries tonight, number 88, Alabama Worley. Number 401, Autumnus Prime. Number T65, BB Skate. Number 1116, Becker Wrecker. Number 67, Chingadora. Number 418, Delecti Bell. Number 1121, Hard Knock Harley. Number 500, Indy. Number 311, Can You Dig It? Number 423, Medusum Damage. Number 73, Shirley Temple of Doom. Number 187, Sour Appletini. Number 600, Thigh Voltage. Number 80, Zeta Doom. Number 24-7, your co-captain, Hot and Ready. And number 5.7 leader, your captain of the Doomsday Valkyries, it's War Girl. Helping the team on the bench tonight, bench coach Nurse Ratchet, penalty manager Supreme Court. Not skating tonight for the Valkyries, number 143 Aphrodite, and number 505 La Llorona. Derby fans, please rise for the national anthem. Tonight's national anthem singer is Emily Schweizer. Emily is a sophomore at Highland High School in Gilbert. She studies dance, theater, and has been an active member of orchestra as second chair for 6 years. Emily appeared in Annie and has also sung for the Baker Performing Arts Center. This is her first solo singing experience.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and
And we are ready to go. We are lined up for our first jam here. Valkyries versus the Bombshells. Jamming for the Valkyries is going to be number 311, Can You Dig It? For the Bombshells, number 44, Dirty Carry. Underway in the first jam of the first bout of 2 this evening, and emerging from the middle of the pack, lead jammer is Can You Dig It for the Doomsday Valkyries. Dirty Carry exits the pack as well, about half a track behind her, give or take. Can You Dig It now up to the pack, plows into a blocker in the pack and calls off the jam with Dirty Carry approaching quickly.
Kenya might have been able to pick up a point there. Oh, 3. Good job.
And it appears there was a penalty called there on Can You Dig It. So in our second jam of the game, we've got our first power jam of the evening. It's a power jam for the Bombshells. Number 6, Anakin Shit-Tucker is on the jammer line now. This is your first time at a derby bout. A power jam is when one team's jammer is in the penalty box and the other team has the only opportunity to score points. Can be a really big advantage for them to put some points on the board. Anakin Shit-Talker there trying to get through a block at the front of the pack, but held up long enough. Falls in behind a couple of Valkyries blockers, but they are pushed more than 20 feet away from the pack and called out of play. They have to stop blocking at that point. So with 40 seconds to go here in the Bombshells power jam, Anakin now tries to weave her way through the pack, manages to get around hot and ready at the front of the pack and pick up points.
Anakin able to stay on the track there, dancing her way along the coping.
On this pass, the Anakin up to the high side, those Bombshells blockers held in, some of them able to get those blockers pushed far enough away, called out of play. And Anakin gets on through on another scoring pass with just about 5 seconds to go here in the jam. Anakin going to try to catch up and pick up a couple more points. And the clock expires.
Valkyries draw first blood, but looks like the Bombshells are able to make the most of that power jam.
So 13 points for the Bombshells there to open up an early 13-3 lead here in the very early going. Dirty Carry jamming again for the Bombshells, and I believe that's Becca Recker for the Doomsday Valkyries.
Dirty Carry taken to the infield on that jam, but Becca Recker able to get out first. Dirty Carry still in turn 2, trying to find her way back onto the track. Becca Recker sets up her scoring pass. Dirty Carry is able to get out of the pack. Becca Recker bouncing around like a pinball on turn 3. Calls off the jam. Figures you got as many points as she was going to get right there. Picked up 3 points for the Valkyries. Mickey Mental coming to the line for the Bombshells, and that's War Girl for your Valkyries. War Girl jamming for their first time tonight. She tries the high side. Doesn't make it that low. Mickey Mental able to get out on the low side. Bombshell still able to hold War Girl in the pack, but then she gets out about a half a track behind Mickey Mental, but she is closing fast. Mickey Mental picks up a couple points and calls off the jam.
Setting up the jam now for the Doomsday Valkyries is Can You Dig It? And for the Bombshells, that's Dirty Carry. Jam is underway. Both jammers trying to find some purchase, fighting their way through and up towards the top of the track. Coming out first is going to be Can You Dig It? Dirty Carry right behind her. Can You Dig It? Puts her head down and is going to try to get back to the pack first without calling it. But Dirty Carry gets along the inside of the front straightaway, forces the issue, and Can You Dig It calls it off. No points for either side.
For your Valkyries, here comes Indy 500.
And
Anakin Shit Talker there for your Bombshells.
both jammers try the high side there. Both jammers up to the high side. Indy down to the inside, back up, racing to the outside again. Anakin Shit Talker able to emerge from the pack and is your lead jammer for the Bombshells. Indy now trying to find her way through, manages to spin around and get out of the pack as well. Anakin's got one crack here at a scoring pass. Trying to fight her way through the pack, trying to fight her way through, and calls it off before surrendering any points to Indy. Three more points for the Bombshells there, 18-6 here in the early going. It's going to be Becca Recker jamming for the Doomsday Valkyries. And we'll get you the Bombshells jammer in just a second. Looks like that's probably Dirty Carry for the Bombshells.
It is, yeah. And Becca Recker.
And Becca Recker for the Valkyries. And Becca Recker down to the inside and emerges with the pack and is your lead jammer once again for the Valkyries. Dirty Carry was gaining fast for the Bombshells and tried to get a little bit of extra speed going through the corner, and gravity is a cruel mistress once in a while, as any Isaac Newton fan will tell you. Down to the inside, Becca Recker trying to get by, takes a shoulder for Impaler Swift and ends up on the infield. Gets back up to reestablish and call off the jam.
Valkyrie's able to pick up 4 points on that jam. Anakin Shit Talker back out there for the Bombshells, and War Girl going to do the honors for the Valkyries. Both teams at full strength out there, so all of their blockers and all of their jammers. Anakin Shit Talker able to get out first in turn one. War Girl still working the high side. About a half a track lead here for Anakin Shit Talker. She's got the chance to score some points. War Girl, a fast, dangerous jammer. Anakin Shit Talker takes a couple points and calls it off.
Setting up the jam for the Valkyries is going to be Can You Dig It? For the Bombshells, that's Dirty Carry. Just under 8 minutes to go here in the opening quarter. One more blocker for the Bombshells being pulled down. Referees making sure that everything is set to go, and we are ready to go in this jam. Down to the inside goes Can You Dig It, able to dance her way by in the coping, and she is out and clear as your lead jammer. Dirty Carry still not out of the pack for the Bombshells. Kenya now approaching the pack, coming through the first turn and up to the entrance of the back straightaway. Kenya dodging her way through, trying to get around. Puts a sweet move on the last blocker for the Bombshells. They're able to fake her out. A little bit of a shoulder fake there, able to get by on her first scoring pass was Can You Dig It. 21 seconds to go in this jam as the pack comes in front of us right here in front of the announcer stand, coming out of the far turn, fighting her way along the rail and getting past Gwen Coco with the assistance of Xana Doom was Can You Dig It. She's got a couple more seconds left here in this jam. Dirty Carry now is going to play jammer defense on the back end, tries to go for a block. Can You Dig It able to sneak by along the inside and salutes the crowd on her way by. And then takes a slight tumble. Pride goeth before the fall, literally.
And just like that, your Valkyries are on top, 25-20. Skid Vicious coming to the line for the Bombshells. She's going to take on Indy for the Valkyries. Skid saying, I'm not having any of that. I'm going to make up those points right now. It looks like we've got a jammer race. Right into turn 3, and that's the end of that jammer race.
Setting up the jam now with 6 minutes to go in the opening quarter. It's Becca Recker for the Valkyries and Dirty Carry for the Bombshells.
Don't forget my friend Killing May Smalls out there selling 50-50 raffle tickets tonight. 50-50 raffle's already at $200 as Dirty Carry breaks out of the pack.
And able to get out of the front of the pack. There goes Becca Recker for the Valkyries. So she's out of the pack as well. Dirty carry now. Mid-pack on her scoring pass, trying to get through. Stout defense from the Valkyries there, keeping her from getting through and keeping the scoring to 2 points, for the Bombshells. And that looks like it's going to be War Girl preparing to jam for the Doomsday Valkyries. And for the Bombshells, it looks like Skid Vicious.
Couple captains out there. And Wargirl takes the low, and Skid Vicious hot on her heels. Wargirl says, I'm going to try to score some points here. Oh, and calls it off. One lap around the track at full speed.
So we reconvene with Anakin Shittalker for the Bombshells, and for the Doomsday Valkyries, it's Can You Dig It? And this jam is underway. Can You Dig It? Runs up into a cluster of green jerseys up towards the rail. Couple skaters taking a tumble now, trying to fight her way around the outside. There goes Anakin Shittalker. And there's been a pass of the star cover, and taking over as jammer for the Doomsday Valkyries is number 187, Sour Appletini. Anakin Shittalker now approaching the pack, trying to get what she can. Sour Appletini. Once again, if this is one of your first times at Derby, you can take off that star cover and pass it to the skater that's wearing that stripe cover. Then they become the jammer and can score points. But you got to execute the pass cleanly, or it can cause trouble for you, and that's what we saw there. 2 points for the Bombshells.
Mickey Mental coming to the line for the Bombshells, and that's Indy 500 out there for the Valkyries. Mickey Mental takes the low, gets knocked off the track, but able to hang on to it. Indy still right behind her, hot on her tails, and Mickey Mental's got to call it off before getting past.
Kind of an offensive showcase tonight so far,
Exactly.
Bill. I got to tell you. A lot of those bolt jammers getting out at the same time, and a 0-0 calling them off. Looks like here, it appears that we're going to have a power jam. It looks like we got a Doomsday Valkyries power jam. Indeed, it is going to be Becca Recker calling out some instructions to her team. Now the Doomsday Valkyries have a 1-point lead here. Nope, not a power jam. JK, just kidding. There we go, just in time. Becca Recker says, all right, power jam this. Delivers a shoulder to the Bombshells jammer just after the whistle. That's Irish Car Bomb jamming for the first time for the Bombshells. And Becca Recker says, welcome to the track. Now trying to fight their way through the first turn and up into the back straightaway. There goes Irish Car Bomb right up the middle, getting the last laugh. Irish Car Bomb just drops right in there, and she's your lead jammer for the Bombshells. And then she runs into a blocker there on the back straightaway and takes a tumble. Trying to fight her way through. Becca Recker still not loose. Hung up in the back of the pack behind that Bombshells pivot. And Irish Car Bomb able to find her way through on a scoring pass.
Becca Recker finally gets out of the pack there in turn 4. Irish Car Bomb setting up for her second scoring pass.
And that does it for the jam clock. We will wait and see if she was able to pick up any extra points there at the end. And was. Irish Car Bomb, one more point on that last pass.
Bombshells picking up a couple penalties. Got a blocker penalty and a jammer penalty. Looks like we're going to have the refs sort this out for a second.
Referee's going to sort that one out. We do have a penalty from the outside pack referee, who you see there at the end of the back straightaway holding up the whiteboard, so we'll get that squared away. Head referee Tabitha Christie going over to find out what the story is.
Be sure to visit the Arizona Derby Dames merchandise booth for your favorite league and team merchandise. T-shirts, tank tops, hats, koozies, beach towels. There are some Christmas tree ornaments if you haven't put your Christmas away yet, and as well as stickers and buttons for your favorite teams. Go see the Arizona Derby Dames merchandise booth.
True story, I was actually parking at my apartments the other day, and somebody just threw out a Christmas tree in one of the dumpsters.
No.
That's commitment.
Wow. Aren't you supposed to leave it up until the Three Kings?
Well, the thing is, you leave it up until June 25th, then you're early for next year.
Oh, good job. I left my Christmas tree lights up for a whole year and a half, so I got like 2 Christmases out of 1.
Minute and a half to go here in the opening quarter. It is again Bombshells on top 30-25, but it's going to be a power jam for the Doomsday Valkyries. War Girl, your Valkyries captain, now on the jammer line for the Doomsday Valkyries. Let's hear it from the Valkyries fans in attendance.
I'm sorry, let's hear it for the Valkyries fans in attendance. There we go.
And we are underway. 60 seconds in this power jam, and War Girl already out of the pack. Had an opening there, had plenty of time to plan a strategy for that opening whistle with that official timeout. Able to find her way through the pack was War Girl. Now up along the back straightaway, the Bombshells are going to try to outrun her to the corner. War Girl just collides with the safety rail there and knocked her off stride. We are halfway through this power jam, and the Bombshells are united up there in the front of the pack. Scarlet Knockout not letting her through.
The best way to beat a power jam is to keep a fast pack. That jammer's got to make more laps to get the same number of points.
There we go with the clock expiring. Excellent defense by the Bombshells. We gave a shout out to the Valkyries. Let's hear it from the Bombshells fans in attendance. Pretty good defense when you can take a power jam with only 3 blockers out there and hold the other team under double-digit points. Only 5 points there for the Valkyries. So that is going to tie us up at 30 for the moment, but we do have a timeout. We'll step away from the action again momentarily here. We'd like to let you know about one of our longtime league sponsors, Lost Dutchman Tattoo. They're a tattoo shop specializing in various styles from realism to traditional, and you can customize your own tattoo. Walk-ins are accepted. They're located at 4121 North 19th Avenue. It's the east side of 19th Avenue, just north of Indian School Road, Lost Dutchman Tattoo.
Do you smell popcorn? Because I smell popcorn. The Minor Assaults are selling popcorn out there in turn 2. Go get yourself some popcorn and support Junior Roller Derby here in the city of Phoenix. Our Miners are #1. They won the championship last year at Battle of the Bank. They're raising some money to go back to the Battle on the Bank and defend. They're going to Houston in June, so let's help them out.
We are ready to get back to the action now. Everything's sorted out. Some penalties we had to get squared away. It's going to be Anakin Shit-Tucker for the Bombshells and Can You Dig It for the Valkyries, both of whom have exited the pack now, and Anakin goes ahead and calls it off.
Good thing about quick jams like that, it's really hard to pick up any penalties, so both teams are going to be at full strength on this jam.
It's going to be Skid Vicious for the Bombshells. And jamming for the Valkyries is going to be Indy 500.
Indy coming out of the box, taking the low. Skid's taking the high, both pushing through the pack. Skid Vicious gets out first, though. Plenty of track in front of her, and she's going to turn on the speed. Indy 500 gets out of the pack in turn 2. About a half a track behind her. Let's see how many points Skid can pick up right now. Fast pack skids through, and she calls off the jam.
And that's going to do it for the first quarter. Let's take a second first and check the score.
She did not pass the jammer.
No.
Hi. What color is this? Pink. Ladies and gentlemen, get your pink raffle tickets out now. We're going to do raffle drawing. Pink raffle tickets. Raffle ticket number 897091. You're going to win a wine glass wicker basket, courtesy of the Bombshells. Pink raffle ticket number 897091. You're a winner. Hey, folks, while we're in the quarter break, go outside and get the Off the Hook taco truck. Locally owned and operated taco truck serving Southern California, Baja-inspired cuisine. Say hello to the minor assaults out there. That's All of You Die and Amelia Derhart giving out some free merch. Thank you to our minor assaults. Off the Hook Taco Truck has chicken and vegetarian options available as well. Visit them outside for some delicious food. I see some lobster bacon chorizo fries out there on the menu. That sounds real good. We've also got a dessert truck out there. The Cool Spot food truck is outside serving up acai bowls and smoothies to nourish and refresh you. Their goal is to provide you with a healthy, delicious alternative to quick food, and that'll fuel your day. That's the Cool Spot food truck outside. All right, Derby fans, get your raffle tickets. We've got 2 bouts tonight, so we got a lot of raffle tickets to go. If you want to decorate your helmet for skating, we got some unicorn helmet caps, kind of like a panty, but with unicorns on them. Got a 60-minute massage courtesy of the Doomsday Valkyries. Some rose gold perfume and a lotion bag. There's a scrapper goodie bag, compliments of the Schoolyard Scrappers. Miscellaneous raffle tickets. There's a $300 Uncle Josh tattoo out there. It's going to be given away at the end of the night. Another Christmas ornament from AZDD. A Siphon Draw Apothecary goodie bag. Get those raffle tickets in. Those are going to be the pink raffle tickets. And don't forget your 50-50 raffle tickets benefiting the minor assaults and benefiting you.
We are ready to get back to the action, and we are, in fact, underway here in the second quarter. Bombshells on top, 34-30, and Dirty Carey is jamming for the Bombshells and is out of the pack and is your lead jammer. Becker Wrecker for the Valkyries down along the inside of the track and is now out as well. So Dirty Carrie's going to get one crack at a scoring pass here. Tries to go right through the middle of the pack. Ended up taking a hit from one of the blockers there and gives a wave to the crowd. That looked like it was Delecti Bell, I believe. I'm not sure. Hard to tell. I don't have very good eyesight anyway, and then I'm on my bad glasses.
Looks like the Bombshells pick up a penalty on their jam or that jam. We're going to have a power jam here for your Valkyries.
Valkyries now with that power jam action. Doing the honors is going to be Captain Wargirl, pinned in along the rail. Still trying to fight her way through the pack as Wargirl trying to find her way past those blockers there in the front end. Trying low, trying high. Knocked off onto the infield one more time. The Bombshells power jam defense has been spirited both times it has been pressed into service this evening. And there goes Wargirl right in front of the appreciative crowd along the back straightaway, able to exit the pack. 20 seconds to go here in the power jam, and Wargirl making her way around now and trying to get some points.
Bombshells really doing a heck of a job holding these power jams.
And that is going to do it for the power jam. And again, the Bombshells with stout defense on the penalty kill. 3 points for the Valkyries there. And now the power jam pendulum swings back the other direction. Wargirl picking up a penalty there while she was on the power jam and now parked in the penalty box. So Anakin Shittalker for the Bombshells now is going to be on a power jam. Before we get to that, it's going to be an official timeout. So the regulator's going to talk this one over. So during this timeout, we would like to let you know about another one of our longtime league sponsors, Third Space. Not just a league sponsor, also our official after-party location. It's Third Space. Cafe, bar, coffee, shops, music, ice cream, fried bologna. They're located at 1028 Grand Avenue on the corner of 11th Avenue and Grand Avenue, not far at all from the Hall of Dames. So head on over there afterwards for the official after-party after every bout over at Third Space.
We're also going to tell you about Siphon Draw Apothecary Shop. All natural, non-toxic, handcrafted skincare products made by our very own Dolly de los Muertos. Visit them at the Goldfield Ghost Town out on Historic Highway 88, the Siphon Draw Apothecary Shop.
So here we go with the power jam for the Bombshells. Not very many blockers out there at all for either side. Just two blockers out there for the Valkyries trying to hold up this power jam. Skid Vicious dispensing with that first blocker with the cheer going up from the crowd. 30 seconds to go here in the power jam. Skid Vicious coming around for scoring attempt number 2, able to get on by with some help from her blockers. And Skid Vicious down to the inside, ended up in the infield, goes ahead and calls it off with just 7 seconds to go on the clock.
All right, now now we're going to get an official timeout.
Actually, I believe it's a team timeout by the Bombshells. So during this team timeout, we'll let you know about yet another of our league sponsors, Copper Star Coffee, a locally owned coffee shop and cafe providing hand-blended drinks and award-winning baked goods. They're on the southwest corner of 7th Avenue and Heatherbrae, which is just north of Indian School Road. Copper Star Coffee.
I could use some coffee right now. If only I knew a place to go. They should have a coffee truck. Are we still talking or? Plague Fitness, one of our league sponsors, providing those infected by fitness, roller derby, and healthy living with all the clothing for that contagious lifestyle. Visit their website, www.plaguedfitness.com.
Above and Beyond Palette Creations are repurposing pallets into art. They've created all of our signage here in the Hall of Dames. For information or to commission work, you can see Bobby Ross, the head coach of the Schoolyard Scrappers, skating here tonight. Or you can find them on Facebook, Above and Beyond Palette Creations. So we return to the action, and it looks like we are going to return to the action just long enough to have a challenge. So the Bombshells have challenged one of the penalties in the previous jam, most likely a penalty on their jam, or was just about to say that it looks like we're going to have a power jam for the Bombshells.
Who's here to see the Bombshells tonight? One more time, who's here to see the Bombshells? All right.
Let's hear it from our Valkyries fans. Who's here for the first time tonight? First time. Look at that.
Wow. Well, welcome to the Hall of Dames.
Another of our league sponsors is Nutrition One School Lunch Program. Food is the energy that growing children need. Providing healthy, great tasting, and freshly prepared whole foods to local schools valley-wide. Nutrition One works closely with the Department of Education and the USDA to make sure our children are getting what they need daily to stay focused and get the best out of their school lunches. Nutrition One School Lunch Program. And after review, the official word from the regulators is the penalty is upheld on the Bombshells jammer. Skating out of bounds penalty is upheld. So it will be a power jam for the Doomsday Valkyries, currently down 51-33 after that Bombshells power jam. It's our third straight power jam now, and the Valkyries have not had too much luck on their first two, so maybe they can break loose on this one. 11 and a half minutes to go here in the second quarter. Been a while since we've had any game action, but let's get ready to go. Stepping up to the jammer line for the Doomsday Valkyries is Indy 500. Indy trying to find her way through the pack. Big collision and a bunch of skaters down. Indy gets up though before and able to stay on the track and get out of the pack. And is clearing is now an active scorer with 45 seconds to go in the Valkyries power jam.
Indy tied up behind a big giant pack of blockers. Knock out the check by Scarlet Knockout. Still plenty of time left in this jam if she can get through this pack. And there she goes.
Indy able to emerge with about 12 seconds to go here in the power jam, and it's going to see about getting some more points on the board. This time down to the inside and able to jump over the coping in the corner there. Excellent blocking strategy by her teammates. Not able to get back around again, but two scoring passes for Indy 500 and 10 points for the Valkyries. Cuts that Bombshells lead to 51-43 with just over 10 minutes to go until halftime. It's going to be Skid Vicious for the Bombshells, and for the Valkyries, that's Can You Dig It? Skid Vicious was at the front of the pack and trying to emerge, ended up getting knocked down, and Kenya Diggett now able to get out of the pack and is a lead jammer for the Valkyries. Skid Vicious for the Bombshells is out as well and making her way on around. Kenya Diggett now barreling through the pack, tries to pick up as many points as she can and calls off the jam.
Ladies and gentlemen, that 50-50 raffle is up to $350. It's $175 for you and $175 to benefit our minor assaults trying to get to Houston.
And we did see their bench coach, Nurse Ratchet, waving that red challenge flag for the Doomsday Valkyries. So they're challenging a ruling there in the previous jam. We will wait and get the official ruling on that once the regulators have talked it over. For our next bout, mark your calendars. Season 14 is heating up with our next bout on Saturday, February 9th. This game is a surprise doubleheader. A surprise doubleheader, surprise. And will feature home teams from the Derby Dames. To start the night off, the Bombshells are going to be battling the bloodiest girls we know, the Coffin Draggers. And as a little surprise, we're hosting another minor assault mashup game. Those kids will knock your socks off, quite literally. That's all going to be right here at the Hall of Dames. Saturday, February 9th. Doors open at 5, first whistle 6 p.m. Don't miss it.
If you haven't seen the minor assault skate, you're missing something amazing. The last bout was ultra competitive, and it was a great time by everybody, and it was a fun game to watch. Make sure you don't miss that next bout. The AZDD Snack Bar. Be sure to visit the Derby Dames Snack Bar to get yourself a cold beverage or a snack. All proceeds go back to the league, and your support is greatly appreciated.
I got it. So we are back to the action, and the challenge was successful. The penalty on the Doomsday Valkyries was overturned. There had been a back block penalty called on their jammer, and that is overturned, so no power jam for the Bombshells. It's Skid Vicious going up against Hot and Ready for the Doomsday Valkyries, and Skid Vicious exits the pack in a hurry and is out and clear as your lead jammer for the Bombshells.
Hot and Ready jamming for the first time tonight for those Valkyries. Skid Vicious working her way through the pack, though. That's way spread out.
And Skid Vicious goes ahead and calls off that jam with Hot and Ready having sprung free and coming with a full head of steam. We are going to have an official timeout. Regulators got more to talk over. We'd like to let you know about Devastation. It's your go-to shop for everything on wheels. From the raddest of rad roller skates to the bomb.com light-up wheels, spin it on slicker-than-slick ball bearings. Let Devastation help you find the perfect riding gear to keep you protected while you're cruising. Offering nearly everything skate-related, from nuts and stops to tools and bags on flashy wheels. You can come check out the skate ninjas that are slinging them unicorn boots. Visit Devastation.com or stop by their warehouse at 2010 East University Drive in Tempe for Devastation.
A lot of penalties on that last jam. Regulators talking it over. But it looks like the Valkyries are going to be at full strength here, while the Bombshells are got a couple of people sitting.
So we are back to the action. It's going to be a power jam with a full complement of blockers for the Doomsday Valkyries and just 2 skaters out there for the Bombshells. Becca Recker lining up at the jammer line now. So the Valkyrie is going to try to return the favor here and put some big points on the board. Becca Recker now trying to navigate her way through those front 2 skaters, and she is out of the pack and clear. Becca Recker now burning up the track, going to try to get around as many times as possible. Valkyries now. Dora the Explorer kind of trying to help key the blocking. Becca Recker down to the inside and bumped off onto the infield by Scarlet Knockout.
Scarlet Knockout and Brawler Bunny trying to keep that pack moving fast.
Becca Recker picks up some more points and is coming on around for another scoring pass now. "16 seconds to go in the power jam. The pack is still managing to keep themselves moving. Becca Recker now up to the high side. Knocks down one of the blockers. Looks like on through she goes. Pretty successful power jam for the Doomsday Valkyries. We're going to wait for the full score here. And it's 10 points for the Doomsday Valkyries. That puts the Valkyries back on top, 56-55. Halfway through this second quarter, the Valkyries step back in front. It's been a tight battle all the way through this bout so far. So don't go anywhere.
That's Indy taking the line for the Valkyries, and Dirty Carry coming to the line for the Bombshells.
One more blocker pulled down for the Valkyries. We're getting all the penalties sorted out.
Exciting bout so far. Only halfway through the second quarter. Dirty Carry takes the low side. She's able to get right out. Scarlet Knockout knocks Indy to the infield. She's got to reset herself on the track. Dirty Carry's already coming up on the pack. She's 3/4 of the way around the track. Indy just now gets out. Dirty Carry fighting her way, trying to get through that pack. Tries the middle, tries the high, calls off the jam. Indy coming up on the pack. She might have picked up a point, though.
Indy picks up 3 points there, able to slide through and grab 3 big points before the jam was called. So great job there by Indy of not giving up on that one. It's going to be Anakin Shit-Talker for the Bombshells and Kenya Diggett for the Valkyries here. Kenya going to the high side and just bowling over blockers, going to the front of the pack. And able to break through, and Kenya Diggett is your lead jammer for the Doomsday Valkyries. Anakin Shit-Talker running into a closed door a couple of times, but able to exit the pack as well. Kenya Diggett is mired in a bunch of olive drab green jerseys. Kenya Diggett not able to call off the jam, and she loses lead jammer status to Anakin Shit-Talker, who pulls on through the pack, and she calls off the jam after getting her points. And it's another 2-point jam for the Bombshells and another 3-point jam for the Valkyries. Both teams getting points again.
Lots of penalties being called out there now, getting things sorted out. Valkyrie's going to be down 2 skaters. Bombshells down 1. We got Dirty Carry coming out there against Hot and Ready for the Valkyries. Dirty Carry gets straight out first. Hot and Ready gets taken to the infield, and she's got to reset herself on the track. Slow pack, still not even into turn 1. As Dirty Carry comes up on the pack to start her stirring pass. She's got speed, though. Calls off the jam as she comes up on Hot and Ready.
And it looks like we've got a break in the action. Game executioner Obi-Wan Kenobi stepping up on the track to let us know that there is a stoppage.
Bombshells picking up 4 points on that jam, taking the lead back from the Valkyries, 63-62. Got a barn burner here, folks.
So, during this break in the action, we'd like to let you know about our January charity. The Derby Dames Charity of the Month is the Sojourner Center here in Phoenix. This organization is one of the largest domestic violence shelters in the United States. For those escaping life-threatening and dangerous situations, your Arizona Derby Dames volunteered with them this month. and they're asking for clothing donations through the end of January. Sojourner Center has a booth just outside with volunteers providing information on how to use their services, as well as how to volunteer and donate individually. If you came tonight with a clothing donation, please be sure to drop it off by their table. That's the Arizona Derby Dames charity for January, the Sojourner Center. And so we go back to the action, and it's going to be a power jam for the Bombshells. It is Skid Vicious out there for the Bombshells now. And Skid Vicious down along the inside and is able to exit the pack quickly. Just took her 5 seconds to get out and become an active scorer. Now the pack moving along a little bit. Skid Vicious down along the inside, able with some fancy skate work to get through the pack on her first scoring pass.
Fancy footwork there.
And on this pass, the Valkyries defense stiffens up and they're able to route Skid Vicious down into a corner. Knocked her off stride. A big block there from one of the last blockers of the Valkyries. And Skid Vicious calls off the rest of the time on the jam clock.
We're going to see Anakin Shittalker back on the track again with War Girl. Bombshells looking to maintain their lead now. 73-62. Still about 3 minutes left in the second quarter. Anakin Shittalker bouncing off of people and getting out first very clearly before turn one. War Girl still working her way through the pack, trying the high side, and here she comes out. Anakin Shittalker setting up her scoring pass. She weaves through the track with ease. Calls it off right behind Indy. Picks up 3 points for the Bombshells.
It's going to be Dirty Carry for the Bombshells, and that's Kenya Diggett for the Doomsday Valkyries as we slip under 3 minutes to go till halftime. And both jammers have fought their way out of the pack already. Dirty Carry is the lead jammer for the Bombshells. Kenya Diggett coming on with a full head of steam and forces the issue. Dirty Carry calls it off. It's going to be Indy for the Doomsday Valkyries. And for the Bombshells, it's Anakin Shittalker. Indy is pulled down. We did have a penalty there on the Valkyries jammer. It's going to be a power jam for the Bombshells. And Anakin Shittalker is out there, has had some success this evening. And he'll be doing the power jam for the Bombshells.
The force is strong with the Bombshells. Anakin running up into a full wall of blockers right there. It's a big pack trying to get through. And she's in turn one, though, but she gets out. She's off to the races with 46 seconds left to go. She's got plenty of time. Coming up on the pack, finding her way through. Pushing through the last two Valkyries, getting some help from a teammate, and she's off. 25 seconds left in this jam. Able to get straight through the pack. Still 11 seconds left. She could make one more scoring pass on this. Picks up the ghost point and cuts through. Let's see how well she did.
And it was a 15-point power jam for the Bombshells. Bombshells really building on that lead here as we get close to halftime. just a minute to go until halftime. It looks like we've got another official review, so the official's going to be talking that one over, getting some penalties sorted out. If you're interested in being a part of the roller derby community, but hitting people just isn't your thing, our regulators are always looking for dedicated and eager minds to learn our rule set and help keep our ladies on the track safe. Our regulator team accepts all gender types. There's various levels of officiating that go on during roller derby bouts, including both skating and non-skating roles. Come be a part of the action and help our league grow. Ask any skater or ref how to get involved. And we are set up to get back to the action here. It's going to be Dirty Carry for the Bombshells and Becca Recker for the Valkyries. Becca Recker up along the high side of the track and is able to emerge and is your lead jammer for the Valkyries.
Becca Recker going to close this gap right before the halftime. Gets through the pack with ease. Says, I'm going to go get some more.
And Becca Recker low to the ground, going through the turn, able to pick up those points. And with submerging from her bench, calls off the jam. 9 points there for the Valkyries, so cuts that lead to 20. Setting up to jam now for the Valkyries is going to be Indy 500, and for the Bombshells, it's Skid Vicious in what will be the last jam of the first half. And there goes Indy 500 as your lead jammer for the Valkyries. Skid Vicious getting out just behind her. He's going to try to force the issue. Indy is trying to get all the way around, going as fast as she can. Zips through the pack, picks up her points, and calls off the jam. Well executed scoring pass by Indy 500 for the Doomsday Valkyries. So that is going to take us to the half as we step aside for the halftime break. Bombshells 91, Doomsday Valkyries 75. We are just waiting for the official signal here.
While we're waiting for that, folks, get your pink raffle tickets out. Pink raffle tickets. Real time? All right, folks, pink raffle tickets. Pink raffle tickets, you're going to get a unicorn goodie bag.
Yeah, you guys can switch benches.
Raffle ticket number 897140. 897140.
All right, Derby fans, for another special presentation, we'd like to direct your attention to the infield at this time.
Hi, everybody. My name is Nikki Badass. Thanks. I am the captain of the Schoolyard Scrappers, one of the teams that is playing in the next bout after this one. So hang around and watch us. For those of you who don't know what our MFT hats, I'm going to explain it to you really quick. MFT is something that was created via our Hot Shot team, which is our all-star team. It's just about teamwork and really putting your best foot forward for your team and also for your league. So we decided to create some hats to give people that really go above and beyond and help out the league just that little bit extra. So I have a list here that I'm going to read off. Scully. Castro. Scratch it. Come get your hat. Ha! I kept it a secret from her. Dora. Hoover. Yeah, you. Yeah. Ivy Overdose, is she here yet? I'll keep it for her. She might be on my team, I think. And last but definitely not least, CJ. I know, longest walk ever. I couldn't tell him because he definitely wouldn't come down here, so. Thank you all for everything that you guys have done and continue to do for this league. We would not be the same without all of you. So give us a round of applause.
All right, folks, here we go. The second half of roller derby action. Dirty Carry out there for the Bombshells. Can you dig it out there for the Valkyries? Valkyries trailing by about 16 points here. Keeping it close. It's anybody's game. Dirty Carry taking the high side. Kenya taking the low side. Carey gets out, and she's running into a line of blockers. And Kenya gets out first. There she goes, coming through turn 2 into turn 3. Carey still fighting the pack back there in turn 2. Kenya's coming up, setting up her scoring pass. Oh. People falling right, left, and center. And Kenya calling off the jam right as Carey's getting back of the pack.
So we get ready for the next jam. It's going to be Indy for the Doomsday Valkyries. And for the Bombshells, it's Anakin Shitaker. Indy down to the inside, but she is guided off onto the infield. Meanwhile, Anakin Shitaker was up to the high side and emerges as your lead jammer for the Bombshells here. Anakin now on a scoring pass and able to get through along the back straightaway. And now Indy out of the pack as well. He's going to try to force the issue here with Anakin now on a scoring pass. Anakin manages to get by a block there and gets through on a second scoring pass, picking up some more points for the Bombshells.
Anakin getting a lot of playing time tonight, and we can see why.
Bombshells up over 100 for the evening. It's 100-79. Setting up to jam now is going to be Becker Recker for the Doomsday Valkyries. And for the Bombshells, that is Dirty Carry. Becker Recker right down Main Street, able to get through there and had to deal with one block at the front of the pack. And Becker Recker is your lead jammer for the Valkyries. Dirty Carry now out as well, about a half a track behind, and is going to try to catch up here. Becker Recker into the pack, trying to get through and get some points. Gets by everybody but the last one, and then taken off the track there by a block from Scarlet Knockout. Three points for the Valkyries there. And it looks like we've got Anakin Shitaker for the Bombshells, and for the Valkyries, it's going to be Wargirl. Anakin right to the front and emerges as your lead jammer again for the Bombshells.
Valkyries down 2 blockers. It's easy to see why Anakin got out there so fast. Anakin coming up on the scoring pass now. Runs into a little trouble at the back of the pack. Wargirl able to get out now in turn 3. Anakin still working her way through the path. Valkyrie's able to recycle in front of her. She calls off that jam.
And before we get to the next jam, it is going to be a timeout. So we'll step aside from the action here.
Looks like the Valkyries might have picked up a penalty, but they're challenging it now on their jammer.
And there we go. There is the challenge flag. So, indeed, challenge on the jammer penalty by the Valkyries. So we'll step aside just for a moment. We'll also let you know, if you're a young lady between the ages of 10 or 17 who loves to skate, or do you know one? Our Minor Assaults are a nonprofit 501c3, and they're always looking for new skaters to join their team. Our coaches not only teach technique and knowledge of the sport, but they also help build leadership, teamwork, and problem-solving skills that'll help in life situations far beyond roller derby. Minor skating skills, dedication to learn, and a positive mental attitude are all that we require. Come see what all the fun is about. Ask any Arizona Derby name how to get involved, or visit our website at azddinspire.org for information on donating or sponsoring our national champion minor results. So the team timeout is over. We are back to it. It's going to be Kenya Diggett for the Valkyries, Skid Vicious for the Bombshells, and Skid Vicious able to exit the pack quickly in his zero lead jammer for the Bombshells. Kenya Diggett out of the pack as well. Skid Vicious was bumped off onto the infield by the first blocker she ran into and had to call the jam off with Kenya Diggett coming on with a full head of steam. Picks up 2 points for the Bombshells. And it's going to be Indy 500 for the Valkyries, and for the Bombshells, Anakin Shittalker. Big opening along the high side for Anakin Shittalker there, able to get out and is your lead jammer for the Bombshells. Indy now out of the pack as well for the Valkyries. Anakin gets through on a scoring pass, picks up her points and calls off the jam.
All right, here comes Dirty Carry for your Bombshells. Becca Recker out there for the Valkyries. Still almost 10 minutes left in the third here. Dirty Carry tries the high side. Becca Recker, both of them trapped behind the pack, but Dirty Carry able to get out. Bodies flying everywhere. Dirty Carry about halfway around the track as Becca Recker gets out in turn 2. Dirty Carry setting up her scoring pass, looking for some help from her teammates. Valkyries trying to keep this pack a little fast. Dirty Carry stuck behind a 4-wall of Valkyries and calls off the jam just as the Valkyries jammer gets to the back of the pack.
No points there. Stout defense from the Doomsday Valkyries on the front end of that pack. War Girl is going to be jamming for the Doomsday Valkyries now. And this jam is underway. Trying to find a way to the front of the pack. There goes the jammer for the Bombshells. As she comes on around, still couldn't quite catch who that was. I think that's Mickey Mental. Mickey Mental jamming for the Bombshells. There goes Becca Recker for the Valkyries. Mickey Mental catches up, able to get through on a scoring pass and calls it off. It's going to be Dirty Carry for the Bombshells this time, and for the Valkyries, it is Kenya Diggett. Bombshells on top now, 114-82 with 8 minutes to go here in the third quarter. Kenya Diggett tried to cling to the inside of the track, but just lost her balance and fell off onto the infield. Was almost clear as lead jammer for the Valkyries. Now she is officially clear. And she's got the advantage for the Valkyries here in this jam.
Dirty Carry still stuck at the back of the pack as Kenya Diggett comes around, starts her scoring pass, skates straight through. Dirty Carry still held up by some Valkyries, a solid 4-wall of Valkyries as Kenya Diggett laps them again. Scarlet Knockout has to let Kenya Diggett get by.
Kenya's coming around one more time with 10 seconds to go in this jam. Going to try to pick up some more points for the Valkyries here. Dirty Carry has switched to defense mode, trying to slow down Kenya Diggett on one of her scoring passes, fighting by along the outside. It's going to be a big point total for the Doomsday Valkyries and Kenya Diggett. It's a 12-point jam for the Doomsday Valkyries. Stepping up the jam now for the Bombshells is Anakin Shittalker, and for the Valkyries, it is Indy 500.
The Valkyries able to cut that lead by 10 points. Down to 10 points, excuse me.
We've got an official timeout, so we've got some more penalties to go over and make sure we've got everything all situated for.
A lot of derby action there. I think both teams are ready to take a little bit of a break.
So with 6.5 minutes to go till the end of the third quarter, once again, Bombshells on top, 114-94. I'd like to let you know we've been talking about some of our league sponsors. If you're interested in being a season sponsor for the Arizona Derby Dames, we have different sponsor packages available to suit your needs with many benefits to choose from. Find any Arizona Derby Dame today, and they can point you in the right direction for sponsorship questions and information on how to become a sponsor.
Looks like we did pick up a jammer penalty on the Valkyries right there. Skid Vicious is out there to skate a power jam for your Bombshells. Skid Vicious working her way through the pack. Both teams at full strength blockers. Not making it easy, recycling in front of her. It's a lot to expect to pass somebody once, but have to pass them 2 or 3 times is insane. And Skid Vicious knocked to the infield by Indy. Skid's got to get back up onto the track and reassert herself, reestablish herself.
20 seconds to go here in the power jam. Valkyrie's defense still being extremely stout and not letting Skid Vicious through. Eating up a lot of time off the clock to where even if she gets clear now, she will probably not be able to get back around in time to score any points. And that's going to do it for the power jam. Excellent defense by the Doomsday Valkyries on the penalty kill there. We will set up for the next jam here with 5 minutes to go till the end of the third quarter. It's Anakin Shittalker for the Bombshells. And for the Valkyries, it's Becca Recker. Becca Recker trying to play a little bit of jammer defense and impede the very speedy Anakin Shittalker there at the beginning. Now they're both into the pack, slow-moving pack making its way down through the first turn and up into the back straightaway. Becca Recker up to the front, able to outrun those 2 blockers for the Bombshells, and Becca Recker is your lead jammer for the Doomsday Valkyries. Anakin Shittalker still stuck in behind a 3-wall of Valkyries blockers. They are holding her in tight. Becca Recker able to dodge the blockers at the front end of the pack with 30 seconds to go in the jam. Becca Recker coming around on her second scoring attempt. Anakin Shittalker now just puts her head down and runs through the pack. Was not going to be denied. Becca Recker completes the scoring pass and calls it off. And another official timeout called by the regulators. So 10 points for the Valkyries there. Cuts that Bombshells lead to 10. 114-104 with 4 minutes to go until the end of the third quarter.
Still lots of time to get outside and grab some food. Off the Hook Taco Truck is a locally owned and operated taco truck serving Southern California Baja-inspired cuisine. Chicken and vegetarian options available as well. Visit them outside, get some delicious food. Our dessert truck is the Cool Spot food truck. They're still out there right now as well. They're outside serving you up acai bowls and smoothies to nourish and refresh you. Their goal is to provide you with a healthy, delicious alternative for quick food that's going to fuel your day. That's the Cool Spot dessert truck outside. I should wear my glasses when I'm doing this. All right, coming to the line to jam right now. It's the captain of your Bombshell, Skid Vicious, and Indy for the Doomsday Valkyries. Indy runs into a couple of blockers for the Bombshells while Skid Vicious is able to get out. They take Indy to the infield. Skid Vicious coming around turn 4 into turn 1. Setting up her scoring pass. Gets through with ease, and she's going to set up and go for some more. Still 38 seconds left in this jam. Plenty of time. Indy directing her few blockers. Tries a little defensive jamming. Skid Vicious skates through the pack, though. Bombshells trying to add to their lead here. Indy gets out here in turn 4.
Skid Vicious gets through, picks up another round of points on a scoring pass, and goes ahead and calls off the jam. Both teams looking just a little exhausted there. It's been a hard-fought battle so far. And we'll wait here. It is indeed a 14-point jam for Skid Vicious there and the Bombshells, so pushes that lead back up to over 20 points for the Bombshells. Setting up now to jam is going to be Anakin Shittucker for the Bombshells and Kenya Diggett for the Doomsday Valkyries. And Kenya trying to throw a little chip block into Anakin Shittucker, knocks it out of the infield, and Kenya Diggett is your lead jammer for the Valkyries. Defense for the Valkyries. Saw a block there by Xena Doom up into there and was able to get a block onto Anakin Shittucker with Kenya Diggett now coming around. Kenya up onto the high side, bounces down to the middle and gets through on a scoring pass halfway through this jam. Anakin Shittucker is still trying to find her way through, knocked down to the ground, bodies flying every which way. Kenya Diggett trying to get through, takes out another skater. Anakin Shittucker now hung up against the rail. Kenya Diggett trying to find her way through with 11 seconds to go in this jam. Kenya trying to find an opening towards the front. Got one blocker to deal with, trying to weave in and out, find her way by. And finally able to get her pushed far enough out of play that she has to stop blocking. Kenya Diggett taking another bow for the crowd. And another 10-point jam for the Doomsday Valkyries. We've got another timeout. Siphon Draw Apothecary Shop is an all-natural, non-toxic, handcrafted skincare products made by our very own Dolly de los Muertos. You can visit them at the Goldfield Ghost Town on historic Highway 88. Siphon Draw Apothecary Shop, one of our longtime league sponsors.
Are you interested in being a part of the roller derby community, but hitting people isn't your thing? You know, our regulators are always looking for dedicated and eager minds to learn our rule set and help keep our ladies on the track safe. Our regulator team accepts all gender types, and there are various levels of officiating that go on during any roller derby bout. Come be a part of the action and help our league grow. Ask any skater or ref how to get involved. That's our regulator team out there.
Lost Dutchman Tattoo Shop is a tattoo shop specializing in various styles from realism to traditional. You can customize your own tattoo and walk-ins are accepted. They're located at 4121 North 19th Avenue. It's on the east side of 19th Avenue, just north of Indian School Road. It's Lost Dutchman Tattoo. All right, we did have penalties called on both jammers there in the previous jam. So with penalties called on both jammers, it's called double jammer down, and that means that instead both jammers will skate, so neither side gets a power jam. So we're making sure everything is sorted out here, and the team representatives, the penalty trackers, are currently talking with head referee Tabitha Christie. And we're ready to go. So jamming for the Bombshells is going to be Mickey Mental. And jamming for the Doomsday Valkyries is going to be Wargirl. Minute 18 to go here before the end of the third quarter. Bombshells on top by 14 points, 128-114. Hard shot early there. Wargirl able to get to the front of the pack, and Wargirl is your lead jammer. Mickey Mental out as well, barely a quarter track behind. Wargirl tries to barrel up and see how many points she can get. Tried to get her hips in front of a couple of skaters there. And was not able to pick up any points before she had to call off the jam. So Mickey Mental doing a good job of forcing the issue.
Anakin Shittalker and Becker Recker lined up here. Too close for comfort, but here we go. Starting the jammers off real slow. Becker Recker trying to keep Mannequin Skywalker from getting out.
Anakin now to the front of the pack and is fighting through some defense there, trying to get by the last couple of blockers, and is able to do so. And Anakin is your lead jammer for the Bombshells.
Becker Recker still tied up behind two Bombshells back here at the back of the pack.
Anakin Shittalker able to complete a scoring pass. Becker Recker exits as well, and that's going to do it for that jam. Five points for the Bombshells there, takes their lead to 133-114. And we're setting up, it's going to be, looks like Wargirl. Before we get to that, though, it is quarter break. That is the end of the third quarter.
All right, folks, get your pink raffle tickets out. Pink raffle tickets out. I have also been informed that the 50-50 raffle is over $450, but these pink raffle tickets right now, got a necklace for the coffin draggers, we've got an AZDD ornament, and a skull goodie bag. Need pink raffle ticket number 897099. 897099. Come on down. 897141. You're a winner too. 897141. And also 897056. 897056. Come on down, claim your raffle prizes. 897099, 897141, 897056. Come on down towards the announcer's booth, see the raffle desk. Put your hands together for Amelia Dearhart and All of You Die. A couple of our minor assaults out here, giving away some t-shirts. Ladies and gentlemen, that 50-50 raffle is out there. 50-50 raffle's over $540. And that goes 50% to you, 50% to the minor assaults. That's $290 each. I don't know, but I'd like to pick up $290. I've got my raffle tickets. $540. Yeah, sell some more.
All right, Derby fans, we're just about ready for the last quarter of this first bout as it begins to get crowded in here as people are arriving for the second bout before this one is ended. Just remember, very important for your safety and the safety of everybody around you, please stay behind the yellow line on the ground during game action. So basically, from 10 seconds from now until the end of the first bout, stay behind that yellow line on the ground unless you are a part of the bout production staff. League staff, photographers, etc. Stay behind the yellow line at all times. You won't get hit by any loose skates coming off the track, and you'll also be out of the way of our bout production staff. So, with that out of the way, we're ready to get underway here in the fourth quarter. It's going to be Can You Dig It for the Valkyries, and it's Dirty Carry for the Bombshells, and Dirty Carry is already out and clear as the lead jammer for the Bombshells, out and gone.
Dirty Carry turned it on and never stopped.
Can You Dig It now exits the pack as well. Dirty Carry picks up her points and calls off the jam, and that's how the fourth quarter starts. We wanted to let you guys know that Steve the Balloon Guy is here tonight. So if you'd like Steve the Balloon Guy, who's here and he's looking for your tips, Steve the Balloon Guy is the guy with the balloons on his head. That's Steve the Balloon Guy if you'd like to get yourself a piece of headwear made of some fashion.
Big Valkyrie supporter he is.
This is going to be Anakin Shit-Tucker for the Bombshells, who just picked up 4 points in that previous jam. Going up against Indy 500 for the Valkyries. Indy takes a tumble there, ran into a blocker and went over backwards. Anakin Shit-Tucker down to the inside, and it's clear and is your lead jammer for the Bombshells. Indy able to spin her way around a blocker, and Indy is out and clear for the Valkyries as well. There goes Anakin along the rail. Anakin picks up her points and calls it off.
Here comes Becca Recker for your Doomsday Valkyries, and Dirty Carry out there for the Bombshells. Still early in the second half of action here.
Both jammers still trying to find their way out of the pack. Dirty Carry thought she had an opening along the inside, but was escorted onto the infield. Now they both get out at just about the same time. And Becca Recker goes ahead and calls it off. Dirty Carry right there behind her, very fleet of foot. We've got Mickey Mintle preparing to jam for the Bombshells, and for the Valkyries is going to be War Girl. And emerging from the front of the pack, it's Mickey Mintle for the Bombshells, and she's your lead jammer. Finding her way down along the inside, there goes your jammer for the Valkyries. It's War Girl able to get out of the pack, and Mickey Mintle, after her scoring pass, calls it off, picks up her points. Bombshells have pushed that lead up over 30 now. They're just 4 points at a time, making sure they get out first and making sure they get those points. It's going to be Dirty Carry again for the Bombshells, and jamming for the Valkyries, it's Can You Dig It? And emerging from the center of the pack, there goes Dirty Carrie, and she's your lead jammer for the Bombshells. Kenya Diggett still hemmed in the pack, trying to find her way out. Big collision there, big collision, couple skaters down. It looks like they're both getting up. Kenya Diggett able to make her way out of the pack. Here comes Dirty Carrie for a scoring pass now, able to weave her way through with some help from her teammates, helping to pin those blockers for the Valkyries to the inside and outside, and made it simple for Dirty Carrie to get through.
Back here on the jammer line, Anakin Shittalker for the Bombshells. That's Indy out there for the Valkyries.
9-point jam there for the Bombshells, pushes their lead up to 40 with 10.5 minutes to go in regulation.
Skid Vicious takes Indy off the track for a second, and he gets on and reestablishes herself. Skid able to work her way through the pack, and she is your first run out. She's your lead jammer. Anakin Shittalker gets about halfway out behind the track. As Indy gets up her scoring pass, comes into a line of defenders right there. Knocked off the track. Anakin Shittalker able to take over lead jam. Indy takes it back and calls it off. Both teams trying to put together some points in that jam.
So both teams picked up 4 points there. And another stoppage in play here, so it looks like the regulator's going to take a second to talk this one over.
We'd like to let you know about Nutrition One school lunch program. You know, Derby fans, food is the energy that growing children need. Providing healthy, great tasting, and freshly prepared whole foods to local schools valley-wide, Nutrition One works closely with the Department of Education and the USDA to make sure our children are getting what they need daily to stay focused and get the best out of their school lunch. It's Nutrition One school lunch program.
Officials working that stuff out right now. Team's taking the track again. Dirty Carrie out there for the Bombshells. It's Becca Recker out there for your Valkyries. Valkyries trailing by about 40 points, but as we know in Derby, that's anybody's game.
Looks like that was a team timeout for the Bombshells, and they're out of timeouts for the game now and also out of challenges.
Dirty Carrie tries the low. Becca Recker tries the high. Neither one able to do much with it. Becca Recker knocked down by Impeller Swift. Dirty Carrie still fighting with 3 Valkyries at the front of the pack, and they've got to let her go. They're pushed out of play. So Dirty Carrie's out first, and she's your lead jammer. About halfway around the track. Scarlet Knockout runs ahead to block for her, open up some opportunities. Bombshell still holding that Valkyries jammer in the back of the pack. And the Valkyries once again have to let the jammer out. Becca Recker's able to get out on her own as well. Dirty Carrie's got about 3 seconds left. And that's the jam clock.
Looks like we've got some more business to sort out, so we'll step aside from the action again here. Regulator's going to talk that one over.
Hey, if you're a young kid, if you're a young lady between the ages of 10 to 17 who loves to skate, or if you know one, Our Minor Assaults are a nonprofit 501c3 charity, and they're always looking for new skaters to join their team. Our coaches not only teach technique, knowledge of the sport, but they also help build leadership, teamwork, and problem-solving skills that will help in life situations far beyond roller derby. Only minor skating skills, but a dedication to learn and a positive mental attitude is all that's required. Come see what all the fun is about. Ask any Derby Dame how to get involved or visit our website at azddinspire.org for information on donating or sponsoring the Minor Assaults. That's the Minor Assaults, the junior team here at Arizona Derby Dames.
And that official timeout is over. 5 points awarded to the Bombshells there, but it looks like it's going to be a power jam for the Doomsday Valkyries. Whole lot of Bombshells in the penalty box right now, so this could be a chance for the Valkyries to get some points on the board. Looks like it's going to be War Girl doing the honors as the pack makes their way down through the turn and up the back straightaway. War Girl pinned to the rail. Skid Vicious knocking her into the rail, not letting her through. Now gets a block from her teammate. Skid Vicious push out of play. And War Girl able to get on by and is now an active scorer. War Girl through the pack on a scoring pass with 26 seconds to go here in the Valkyries Power Jam. Those two blockers for the Bombshells working together, trying to do what they can. War Girl trying to fight her way through. Skid Vicious helps her down to the infield. Another block towards the front end. We'll wait for the official score. It's a 9-point power jam for the Valkyries. Gets them back within 40 points here with 7 minutes to go in regulation. It's going to be Dirty Carry for the Bombshells, and it's Can You Dig It for the Doomsday Valkyries. And emerging from the front of the pack, there goes Dirty Carry as your lead jammer for the Bombshells. Can You Dig It out of the pack as well for the Valkyries? There goes Dirty Carry on a scoring pass and calls off the jam.
Looks like both teams are back to full strength here. Anakin Shit Talker and Indy coming to the line to jam right now.
It's underway. Both jammers trying to just bully their way through. There goes Indy for the Valkyries, and Indy is the lead jammer. Big collision there. Our skater taking a big tumble there in the turn, but back up on our wheels. Indy now barreling down to the inside, angled her way through the corner there, able to use that to her advantage, and is through on a scoring pass and coming around for seconds. Meanwhile, at the front end of the pack, jammer for the Bombshells is stuck in amongst a bunch of bodies. And Indy goes ahead and calls off the jam with 5 minutes to go in regulation.
Solid four wall of blockers for those Valkyries.
It looks like we are setting up to have a power jam here. Looks like a penalty called on Indy during the last jam. So we're setting up for a power jam for the Bombshells. Bombshell's going to see if they can put this one away here with 4.5 minutes to go in regulation. It's Dirty Carry doing the jamming for the Bombshells, and Dirty Carry already out of the pack and an active scorer. Dirty Carry down to the inside and bumped hard down onto the infield. Took quite a tumble. Taking a second to kind of gather herself and goes ahead, and looks like this jam's going to be blown dead. Members of the Valkyries coming down to check on her. And it looks like Dirty Carry's going to make it back to the bench under her own power, so that's good to see. We're getting set now for the next jam. It's going to be Anakin Shit-Talker for the Bombshells, and it's going to be War Girl for the Doomsday Valkyries. Three and a half minutes to go in regulation.
Anakin Shit-Talker, the first one to get out of that pack there. She's about halfway around the track. War Girl still trying to work her way through some of those Bombshells. Anakin Shit-Talker in her scoring pass right now, working her way through the Valkyries. War Girl knocked to the infield. Anakin Shit-Talker makes her way through the pack and calls off the jam. And just like that, Valkyries are down a jammer. Bombshell's going to pick up a power jam here. Irish Car Bomb going to be the only jammer on the track. 2.5 minutes left in this jam, in this quarter.
Irish Car Bomb jamming for the second time tonight. I believe she also jammed in a power jam in the first half, and she is out and is an active scorer, able to outrun that last Valkyries blocker to the front of the pack. So now Irish Car Bomb is going to try to get some points on the board. Valkyries trying to get the pack moving. The Bombshells are going to hold things steady. Irish Car Bomb now. Another big collision. A lot of skaters taking a tumble there in the back straightaway. 25 seconds to go in the power jam. So with 9 seconds to go here in the power jam, Irish Car Bomb is through on a scoring pass, making her way around again. Tried to pick up a few more points there on that last scoring pass, and we'll wait for the official score from the referees. Jamming for the Valkyries is going to be Hot and Ready, and for the Bombshells is going to be Anakin Shit-Talker. But before we get to that, it's going to be an official timeout. Got some scoring to sort out here. Mark your calendars. Season 14 is heating up with our next bout on Saturday, February 9th. This game is a surprise doubleheader, and it's going to feature home teams from the Arizona Derby Dames. To start the night off, these very same Bombshells are going to be battling the prettiest girls in the morgue, the Coffin Draggers. And as a little surprise, we're going to be hosting another minor assault mashup game. These kids will knock off your socks and your shoes and any headgear that you're wearing. It's all right here at the Hall of Dames, Saturday, February 9th. Doors open at 5, first whistle at 6. Don't miss it.
All right, here comes Mickey Mental on the track for the Bombshells. That's going to be hot and ready again for those Doomsday Valkyries. About a minute and 15 seconds left in this quarter. Players coming and going from the track. Now we're ready. Both jammers try down on the low side. Oh, and Mickey Mental gets knocked to the infield by Indy. Reestablishes herself and passes her. She's your lead jammer. Mickey Mental being patient out there, gets back on the track and takes off. Coming up on a scoring pass here.
And Mickey Mental calls off the rest of that jam. Looks like Indy had taken a star cover from Hot and Ready and was emerging from the pack as well. So Mickey Mental goes ahead and calls it off. So we're setting up for what may very well be the last jam of regulation. Can you dig it for the Doomsday Valkyries and for the Bombshells? Had a lot of success all night. It's Anakin Shit Talker. We've got both jammers out at the same time, and it was going to be a jammer race, and they call it off, so we got time for one more.
Who wants more roller derby? One more jam.
One more regulation jam. We've got War Girl jamming for the Doomsday Valkyries, and for the Bombshells, that's going to be Mickey Mental.
War Girl tries the high, comes back down for the low. Mickey Mental stuck behind the wall of Valkyries right there. War Girl trying the high, and she's stuck behind a wall of the Bombshells. Both teams fighting to the last second of this bout. Mickey Mental gets out. She is your lead jammer. Calls it off as War Girl gets out.
And that'll do it for the regulation clock. We are going to wait and see if there is any penalty jams here. Any penalties called on the team that's ahead and none on the team that's behind will continue with overtime jams, but doesn't appear that that is the case. Head referee Tabitha Christie gives us the signal. Your final score, Bombshells 187, Doomsday Valkyries 132. The Bombshells are victorious in our first bout of the evening. Come on down trackside and slap hands with your favorite skaters as they come on around.
That's your Bombshells, a hard-fought victory. Fun to the very end. How about those Doomsday Valkyries, folks? Always fun to see the Valkyries on the track.
Doomsday Valkyries fought all the way through. Bombshells pulled away a little at the end, but the Valkyries were in that thing all the way through the game. Excellent. We are going to step aside for a little bit of a break. First whistle for Game 2 of the evening will be at 8:35 p.m. Team intros will start at 8:30. About a 5-minute break, and then the two teams will begin warming up the beauties and scrappers. Once again, first whistle at 8:35. Intros begin at 8:30 for the second bout of the evening. Take a second and grab yourself some food. We've got Off the Hook Taco Truck, Cool Spot Dessert Truck, Minor Assault Popcorn, and the AZDD Snack Bar. Back with you soon.
All right, folks, it's raffle time. If you got a pink raffle ticket, get those pink raffle tickets out. I've got a pink raffle ticket winner. This winner is going to get a 60-minute massage. I bet all of you could use a 60-minute massage. Pink raffle ticket number 897191. Pink raffle ticket 897191. That's a 60-minute massage. Thank you from the Doomsday Valkyries.